Hey guys, welcome back. It's the dude. I'm back with another video, and I want to talk about how to get comfortable playing your character and being more efficient in PvP. I get asked a lot about my keybinds and UI settings, so I'll break down my thoughts about keybinds, the mouse that I use, and other alternatives you can use, as well as my UI settings. But before we start, just know that it took me a month to situate my keybinds and about 2 to 3 weeks to get familiarized with my keybinds. It was a lot of trial and error, but eventually I got used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't meet this guy.
Look. He went in vol. See what I mean? He went in vol, and then all he dropped was a macro. He dropped his God's whip, whatever. Garbage. That's fanatic for you. Take 0 skill. Imagine if he was.
So to start off, let's talk about keyboard usage. As MMO players or anybody who uses a keyboard on a daily basis, we tend to use our index and middle finger more often than the rest of our hands when typing and playing games. And with that, we build up good finger dexterity. So keep that in mind. A lot of my default keys in the settings are rebounded to other keys to free up the keys that are closest to my middle finger and index finger. Let's take a close look at my skill bar. Now this is all preference, okay? My top row is for all my main damage skills. Don't mind the flame bolts or the mana bolts positioning, it's just using my keybinds from my mouse. And then in the middle row, it's for all my reactive skills or skills that I don't use often. Then on my last row, it's filled with all buff skills. Now pause this video and take a look at your keyboard. Now look at my skill bar. Do you see the correlation? My main damage skills are burst skills, primarily used with my index finger. I freed up the keys in the middle of the keyboard so I can keep all my skills closely together and get off a lot of damage in a few seconds. My middle row is usually filled with non-damage skills. Skills that are usually used for reaction to damage or skills that aren't necessarily a part of my main damage. Here I will usually have Magic Circle, Ring Toss, Meteor, Flame Barrier, or Arc Lightning. The last row is for buffs or skills that I know I'll have time to cast off. Now there's a reason why I have these skills here. And if you look at your keyboard again, and back to the bindings for these skills, they are all on the numerical keys of the keyboard. I personally don't like reaching up with my index finger because I like to rest my palm on my keyboard palm rest. I'm a lazy gamer, but it's comfortable for my hands, and being comfortable is what this video is about. On the other side of this column, you can see all my gliders and mounts and a few other skills and items as well. They aren't as important, but being familiar with your bindings do help a lot when it comes to getting out sticky situations. So because my pinky finger doesn't do much other than press shift or control, I bounded my keys to my mounts and gliders this way. Now we're gonna look at my mouse. This is the Naga Trinity by Razer. It cost me $100 when it was first released, but you don't have to necessarily go out and spend that kind of money for a mouse. Any mouse with 2 or more extra buttons for keybinds will do. And almost all new gaming mouses nowadays have software that you can download to set keybinds. One of the questions I get asked the most in-game and on my Discord is, what keybinds do you use for your mana bolts and flame bolts? Because I see you use it together all the time. Well, this is how. Combining my spammable skills like God's Whip, Mana Bolt, and Flame Bolt allows me to have control of where I place my God's Whip and throw out Mana Bolt and Flame Bolt in succession as if I were using a macro. I also use my DPI button on my mouse as an extra binding for other skills like Defiance. This allows me to get out of CCs with my right hand and allows my left hand to focus on my keyboard for DPS. Lastly, let's look at my UI settings. You can move around most of the stuff on your screen by holding down shift and left click. Being aware of UI can help you become more in tune to what's going on around you. If you look at the left, I have a damage chart to see damage output and a death and kill counter. My health bar is close to my character, so I can easily click on myself without using alt functions or use actives like the library shield. Above my health bar is the health bar for my target's target. This allows me to see what the target is targeting. This is really great for small and large scale PvP. It makes it easier to click on the focus target for all-in damage. And then below my health bar is my track target. This allows me to find my raid's DPS shot caller, or if you're pocket healing, you can focus on your pocket's DPS. Now, off to the right is the target's health bar. This is pretty straightforward. I'm able to quickly see what buffs or debuffs they have, as well as their health bar without looking around too much. My UI is centralized around my character. Again, this is lazy gaming, which is comfortable. As always guys, thank you for stopping by and watching the video. If you like this kind of video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll try and make more content as the patches roll through. I also want to give a huge shout out to Shutter for making an awesome collaboration mage video for the Brazilian community. I'll be sure to link his YouTube channel in the description. You can also follow my Discord and Twitch in the description. Until then, don't let me freecast.